I mean,
Probably would. We all tired.
okay.
We're all adults.
Well,
But,
you can introduce yourself and I'll do
once
my
again,
thing.
I'm one of your many hosts, Jonathan, the coolest dude in the room. Always. Always have been, always will be.
Only guy in the room.
Her favorite fat boy.
Favorite fat boy is crazy.
It's my favorite hoodie. But
You're
go ahead.
Not, you're not fat. And hi, it's the chocolate goddess. You know, the chocolate queen, chocolate goddess, the finest, the baddest, the dark skinned queens.
Okay, you can say your name now. Like,
I mean, obviously, it's DC Lana. Dark chocolate Lana. There you go.
no,
Queen
just playing.
chocolate. He
I'm just
loves it
playing.
here.
Utopia box.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what?
All right.
Just cut that whole section out.
Let's just get started into the show.
Okay.
Okay. So today we are basically talking about people that basically had a type. Different faces, but the same disaster. How your type is the same person who keeps ruining you.
Ooh.
I think it's a very serious conversation because some people think that they're unlucky because of what they go through. And I'm just like, I don't think you're unlucky at all. You're just addicted to the people who hurt you best.
So it's like trauma bonds. That's what you're kind of.
Basically.
So basically, what you're used to is what you keep picking.
Yep. And it's because you're comfortable with it.
See, I disagree with that statement.
Please enlighten me as to why you disagree,
Why?
ma'am.
Because people fake personas and they pretend to be one thing or they pretend to be what they really want to be.
You're 100% correct.
And then you don't know that.
I've said this before. The first person you meet when you first meet somebody is known as the salesperson. Mm-hmm. That's the person that you get that will sell you the fantasies, sell you the dreams, sell you what the relationship will be. And then that person slowly fades away.
Yeah.
Because
or they mirror you.
Yeah. I don't have a salesperson. I keep it a bean. You feel me?
Allegedly.
I feel like the only thing that I hide is my feet. I think my feet are ugly. She hasn't seen my feet yet.
He won't show me his toes, y'all. I don't know what he has.
I always wear socks. I think
so
my
if we
feet
go
are
to
ugly.
get a pedicure, you gonna blindfold me or something?
We go to get a pedicure. You're sitting on the opposite side of the. No, I'm just playing.
The opposite side? I don't think the lady's gonna let you do that.
But basically, people's types are a dangerous thing, and then you gotta really ask yourself: is it really your type or your trauma taking over the logical thinking that you have going on? Because trauma does do things for a lot of people. A lot of people have different type of traumas. Shall I add that part as well? Mm-hmm. Different people have different experiences with trauma, and I mean, trauma does do things to people that just overrides what logical thinking is, because human beings are weak, fragile-minded individuals. But we're gonna come back to that later. It's the government. It's what they put in the water.
It's not what they put in the water.
It's what they put in the food, too. Every time you eat a McChicken, that's why I'm slow.
Or according to him, a fish fillet.
Yeah, fish fillets are fucking disgusting. You eat a fish fillet, you're a government puppet for sure.
Oh, so I'm a government puppet?
A little bit. You're not a government puppet. You don't follow the laws at all. Turn that red light.
Okay, don't listen to any of that. You're saying things that they don't know anything about.
Yeah, they're not. But she's a very dangerous driver.
I am not a dangerous driver.
But, when it comes back to the types, at some point in time, you really just got to ask yourself, are you attracted to love or are you attracted to chaos in a relationship costume?
I just think that I wouldn't say, well, me personally, I don't have a type. Is there a certain type of people that I go after? No. I don't go after anybody, for one. I let people approach me.
That's a flex. She don't go to niggas. Niggas come to her.
That's not what I meant when I was...
Talk your shit.
Okay, so I don't really feel like, I just don't feel like women in general should approach men. That's a whole nother topic for another time.
I'm about to say, why?
That's another topic for another time. But it's your mindset. And when people don't love themselves, and it's a self-reflection. So when you sit there and you let somebody continuously keep hurting you, or somebody continuously keep walking over you, and you keep drawing these type of people towards you, it's showing that you don't have self-love. So,
I mean, at that point, I'm a straightforward individual. If it happens so many times and you still going around, men ain't shit. No, the men are shit. You're just a jackass. You're just not good. You're not good at picking. Like you could never be a sports team GM because you would never make the correct picks. You know why? Because you're an asshole. That's different.
Crazy.
We're not gonna talk about that either. I don't make bad draft picks.
You don't make bad draft picks?
Not at all. I made one. No, two. I made two. Fuck you, hoes. Respectfully.
Now you can't just sit there and say that because I'm pretty sure there's certain things that you did as well that
Not at all. Yeah, 100%.
So you're gonna say that you were perfect.
I was not perfect.
Because I will admit that I'm not 100% perfect, and nobody is 100% perfect in a relationship. Mm-hmm. Now, is there definitely one person that probably is the more person that's wrong? Definitely. It's always somebody that there it leads to certain things. So
Utopia box. Okay, so I have a quick question for you.
Okay.
I feel like we've already kind of answered that in this quick little segment, but why do you think people choose the same type of people over and over again?
It's their mindset.
And you think they can't get out of it?
You can get out of their mindset. Your mind is more powerful than anything. And if people would just tap into themselves and who they are and, maybe build a foundation. I don't want to get too much into it, but I am built on, religion and, God. And I base myself around what I want to be like and what I strive to be like. So sometimes you just get a certain of discernment. And I know that this person's just meant to waste my time. And I'm like, no, cut it. Mm. But if I wasn't a strong-minded individual, I would be in the same loopholes. So I say you need to have a firm foundation before you even start dating people. That's why I tell people you shouldn't date people if you're having problems, if you haven't healed, if you're still super duper attached to certain situations, because you're going to just keep running into problems, or you're going to make that person into that person. The same reason why I don't feel like people should, in the very beginning, bring up their ex and bond over that, because you're not really creating a relationship with that person. You're bringing your past
to your current
trauma to your new relationship. That's just how I feel about it. That's just me. Accurate. But, everybody's different. I can't speak for everybody, though.
When it comes to people that choose the same type of people over and over again, I feel as if it's more of they have an attraction to dysfunction. Whereas they can't go the straight and narrow, because once again, your mindset, it's what you're used to. So once you get used to it for so long, you start navigating through it with no problem, and you're just like, okay, well, if I could do it once, I could do it again and again and again and again. Then you keep repeating the cycle to where you get too deep in, to where you can't pull yourself out. And then guess what? You walk around with 6 kids. None of your baby daddies are present.
Or, there's times where the whole dysfunction thing, people are drawn to dysfunction because we live in a dysfunctional world, and people parade the negativity over positivity. The whole entire baby mama, baby daddy culture has ruined relationships, ruined marriages. Entirely. People don't even court people anymore. People don't even, men don't even want to open doors anymore, because some women are like, no, I can open my own door.
You fucking heathens. Why you don't open the door for your lady?
I saw that yesterday. That's not okay.
You talking about the dude at the mall?
Yeah, the dude with the little pink bracelet and had the girl opening the door. That was...
And he walked in like a bad bitch right behind her,
he did. He definitely did.
Thank you, bae.
Yeah, he even said, thank you, bae, and walked by. I was baffled. I think my head was still turned like this.
You did, and that's the only reason why I didn't close the door on them Hispanic people. But that's another story for a different day.
Yeah, that was insane. I don't even know how to... that baffled me.
When it comes to people having a type, I think is when they get stuck in that mindset, and then they end up falling for the potential of a new person instead of looking at the reality of what that person could really be, which is where that salesman person comes in, because they sell you dreams. But eventually, I feel as if you have to stop, at the beginning of a relationship, not anything that a person sells you, you got to take it with a grain of salt. Not everything is going to happen that person has described to you. Okay. I do my best, because I don't necessarily like the salesperson mentality, because I don't like to make a front of who I truly am, because if I introduce you to someone that I'm not, and then you start seeing the real me, and then guess what I did? Basically, I started the relationship off with a lie.
lie.
Basically,
Yeah,
I started off with a lie.
You basically lie.
And I don't necessarily want to lie to anybody that I plan on having a future with. So.
And then there's some people that don't start off with a lie, but because you can't sit there and find or elevate your standards or upgrade yourself to a certain level, you try to build a person into the person you want them to be. Yeah. And you cannot do that. They have to change themselves. I will never condone anyone staying with someone who is down. You should never stay with someone that's not even where they want to be. You should always leave them.
Now back to my previous statement. My bad. When I said falling for potential, I don't mean, of course, you want to look at the potential of a person, but you don't want to bank the whole relationship off of that potential because that potential is not realistic.
Potential is nothing. Potential is words and nothing to show for.
That's why I said it's not realistic.
That's why I don't go off of potential. I want to see what you do.
Yeah, you have to be. What's the word?
That's why I say you should study people. You want to be hopeful.
Yeah, you want to be hopeful.
But you can have hope and have nothing. And then some people, it's a lot. It's a lot into that. That's gonna have to be like a whole segment of breaking down. Because I was gonna ask you, do you think that the trauma bond, how people are attached to dysfunction, is it come from them looking at their parents' relationships, or do you think that just spirals out of their own mindset? Do people base it off of what they're, because I think about it like how men kind of, oh, well, my mom did this and my mom did this for my dad, and they bring that up, and you're like, well, your mom is divorced and your mom does not look happy.
Yeah, bitch.
And it
I'm sorry.
That's insane. But, and you kind of look at it and you're like, well, I'm looking at your parents and their relationship is not functionable. So why are you comparing me to your mother? And there's situations like that where I'm kind of like, you need to go heal and go to counseling. A lot of y'all need therapy.
You do need therapy.
I myself even
and
go
stop
to
lying to your therapist
stop
lying to y'all's therapist saying that the man only did something wrong. Y'all lying y'all asses off and y'all paying these niggas a lot to them. And they gonna keep taking your bread because you ain't got no self-actualization. You heathens. Y'all need to talk to God. Okay? Stop lying to your therapist. Tell that man the truth. That man is acting the way he acting because guess what you did? He caught you sucking dick in the bathroom. PTSD.
We're gonna just move on because he was having a moment. Are you okay? Are you traumatized? I'm sorry, baby.
I told you what's gonna happen next time I catch it. You both of y'all niggas is not. You not safe.
I would never do that.
I'm glad you.
I don't. That's a whole nother topic.
I'm glad you. We gonna save that.
Because
say that one.
Yeah, we're gonna have to save that one. That was a whole.
But I mean, we've all made bad choices.
Yeah, we all.
We all have based off of picking the same person. Everybody in their life has picked two of the same type of person, but in different bodies before. And
100% agree.
I am a victim of this.
I'm gonna say I've been on both sides. So
we'll come back to that later in private.
Okay.
Once again, and then when you look at it long enough, now that I'm sitting here actually thinking about it, I don't even think it's a preference nowadays. I think it's more of a pattern now.
It's a choice.
Yeah. And then I did something on my close friends on Instagram. Are you on my close friends? You're not in my close friends.
I don't know. Am I?
I'll add you.
Okay.
I don't really post on Instagram anyway, but I only did it on my close friends because I didn't want too many responses. I basically asked people on Instagram, what's the most down bad experience you've had with, running upon the same person but in different bodies. Mm-hmm. Let's see. So anonymous confession number 1.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna just
we listen,
and we don't judge.
I'm judging. I don't care about y'all.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna throw that whole sentence out of the water. I am Judge Mathis, Judge Judy, Judge Joe Brown.
Yeah, we're here. We're here to judge.
Yeah, we're not gonna.
We don't get paid to do it, but we're gonna do it anyway.
But we are gonna critique your.
Yeah.
We're gonna definitely give you some critiques.
I have 3 of them. I got I picked 3 of the best ones that I thought would be good conversation starters. The first one says, every man I've ever talked to didn't believe in therapy and said he was a therapist, and I still believed I could fix him.
Oh no. Oh no. I'm guessing this has to come.
I was gonna put the names of the people.
Do not put the names. Do not.
No, I didn't write the names down. Don't worry, we good. Y'all are safe.
Okay, I was like,
your secrets are safe with me for now.
For now, it's crazy.
Nah, I'm just playing. Yeah, y'all safe. But
dang. Wait, he said he was a therapist, so he thinks he out here, Dr. Phil.
I guess that's what she put. Literally,
you should have ran. A man that doesn't want to confront his problems, or is a man that you run from? Because if he can't sit there and be a self-critic and sit there and critique his own problems, and he runs from his own trauma, you need to run as well. I don't like that.
I'm laughing at the part where she said she thought she could fix him.
Yeah, that's not your job. You're not a therapist. You can't fix any man or a woman. You shouldn't fix anybody. That's not your job.
You're not
they have
Bob
to fix
the
themselves.
Builder. Move on.
Yeah, the only person that can fix them is the Lord. I'm sorry.
The second one says, I've always gone for women with kids, playing stepdaddy, and each time I was getting cheated on because I thought they were mysterious. They were mysteries that needed to be solved.
Wait, that man said, what is there, a puzzle? He said, oh, brother.
And I want it to be known. I'm going to put you out here because this is one of my homeboys.
No, do not put him out
I'm not going to put your name out there, but this is one of my homeboys. And the fact that I read this shit and it pissed me off, I almost texted you as soon as I read it.
Okay.
Now, women with kids, okay, cool. That's not a problem if it's what you want to go for.
Wait, can I ask a question? You said this is your homeboy, so you know. Does he have children?
No, he does not.
Red flag. Single people without children should not talk to people with children. Unless it's a situation where maybe the woman is infertile and can't have kids and, there's not a situation like that, I understand. But as a person without children who tried and was attracted to people with children, no, never again in my life will I ever even entertain the idea or possibility of a man with children.
But I have a son. So, he in the garage.
That's
my son.
You
Sober
said that. Son. He's talking about a dog, y'all.
My dog Sober is my son.
There's no kids or anything in the garage. We are not P. Diddy.
Oh, yeah. No, that was crazy.
Yeah, you have to clear that out. You just said my son's in the garage.
The Michael Jackson syndrome is insane.
That was crazy.
So sorry.
Yeah.
Did not mean that way.
He didn't think that through. It's okay. I got your back.
I'm glad she caught that because it was going to be so many comments.
You're going to get canceled. But
get that nigga out of here.
But yeah, no. Yeah, as a person without kids, people with kids need to leave us alone. Please leave us alone.
Okay.
If that person
We're
tells
not going into that part.
No, that's where that first mess up is. People with children need to stop talking to people without children, and I'm gonna land my plane there. Y'all be obsessed and still be messing on y'all partners, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people, even people with kids that are mature, will tell you, as a person with children, don't talk to nobody without kids because y'all don't know what they got going on.
Facts.
Leave it alone. Exactly.
With your baby mama, baby daddy. But no, it's the part that made me laugh. The part that I want to hinder on is the mysteries part. You're not Scooby-Doo. Leave the woman alone, bro. What is wrong with you? You're getting cheated on this whole time. I did not know. I'm thinking these relationships ended because they just ended because you never said anything. I want to swing on you right now, but I can't. Okay,
but he's growing. He's not talking to women with children anymore.
I hope not.
Leave them alone.
But
I think that people. I don't want to ask too much.
It's the mysteries part for me. I couldn't do it.
I was gonna ask, like, was he raised by a single mom or he had both parents?
Single mother. Single mother, stepfather.
You love your mom and your
single mother, stepfather. Yeah.
But he loves his mom. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. He's trying to.
Oh, you want to save him? Oh, you.
Some men that do tend to date women.
All right, and then we got one last one.
Yeah.
Okay, this one I say this one for last because it was the funniest one in my opinion. When I left my toxic ex, his toxic best friend and me started going together. Looking back, I see I was the issue, but I'd do it again.
I was about to say, yeah, you're the problem.
Now, you said looking back, you were the problem. You're still the problem. Talking about you would do it again.
Are they? So I'm guessing she must, or is this a he or she?
This is a she.
Oh, I felt like it was a female. You broke bro code number 1. You don't ever talk to his friends. They're gonna laugh. I guarantee you, they laughed about you in a group chat.
I guarantee you it was a pass off. It had to have been.
They are clowning you in a group chat.
They laughed at you for sure.
They definitely probably made
100% sure.
Months.
They high fived after he came back.
Yeah.
I hit those, bro. Yeah, they got to.
Yeah, they probably definitely just made the biggest joke. I don't know why females do that. Why do females do that? Like,
do what? Hit the
I always
homeboy?
ask. Yeah,
I
like
don't know
that
why,
is the dumbest thing you could do.
And then they think that they're doing it getting get back. No,
I'm
you
like,
look
no,
stupid.
you look dumb.
You just
Men
added a body
like
for what?
Because now he's never gonna come back. Especially if it was a man that, like, you actually like. You know how you have somebody you actually like and you have a disagreement and you were to go talk to their homeboy. You just blew him ever taking you serious out the park.
Ever again.
They're gonna look at you like something to pass around.
But
that's a topic for another time.
Yeah, no, it's not. This topic for now. I want to say the word, but I'm trying to filter my cuss.
I was gonna say smoochy, but like that's where I'm from. That's what we call you, smoochies, because everybody can.
Never heard that
kiss.
Shit before.
Everybody can kiss and.
That's nasty.
Yeah.
All right.
Like,
for right now, we're done clowning y'all.
Yeah,
we got a word for our sponsors. This episode is sponsored by Deja Vu Dating, the app that knows you don't actually want better, you just want familiar. I came up with this shit on the fly. Hold on. Let me get through it. This episode is sponsored by Deja Vu Dating, the app that knows you don't actually want better, you just want familiar. Swipe right on the same red flags, just in a different pair of shoes/heels. Now featuring gaslighting geeks, unhealed SoundCloud artists, and for our premium members, emotionally unavailable men who love bomb and then vanish.
That's insane.
Deja Vu Dating. Because you don't learn, you romanticize. Use promo code Broken Again for 10% off your next field talking stage. Deja Vu Dating.
There's no way.
Download that.
And I bet if there was really an app, there would be people that download it.
Oh my God, man. I came up with this. I was like, ain't no way. I was like, I'm going to see how it worked. It rolled off too, which is hilarious. Mm-hmm. I should have did that. There's so many people that's really finna go look up and see if it's real.
I don't think so. Please don't.
I hope.
Please don't. There's no reason for you to go and look that up.
If you do, be prepared to get laughed at, because I am 100% going to laugh at you. This app's not in here. The fuck told you to look it up, dickhead? But I also threw a little segment for both of us. If it you ain't got to do nothing too crazy. Just share one example from your personal experience of where you ignored every similar sign from different people. That was a red flag. You ain't got to go too crazy.
Like the same thing I went through twice, per se?
2-3 times, yeah.
Men lying about the number of children they have and lying about their children in general. Matter of fact, the whole thing. They're just them doing that whole thing.
I didn't lie.
Yeah, he don't have kids.
Yes, I do. My son's in there. She's gonna stop disrespecting my son.
That is a dog. Not a person.
Do you say my son is a dog?
He is a dog.
I'm finna tell him.
They're gonna have to meet Sova because there's no way you're gonna have to keep saying this, and people are gonna like, wait, did he just call his kid a? Yeah. Yeah,
crazy. Okay, and then my fault. It was the second part, and it was 3 ways that you justified everything every time.
Oh, this is easy. It was easily justifiable in my head because the women actually were problems. The women and the men, they both were problems, and y'all actually played into those men's delusions. So y'all made it very easy to believe them. So yeah. They didn't help their case because I tried to give everybody the benefit of the doubt each time, and then here she come doing something stupid, and now I gotta look at him like, dang, maybe he didn't lie about her being slow. And that literally happened to me twice.
If someone tell me something about somebody, I'm gonna believe you. Am I gonna treat that person based off what you tell me? No, but I'm gonna
See,
go.
I don't just believe people off rips though.
I'm just gonna expect it because if you brought it up, then I'm gonna be on guard about it. If you tell me that someone is slow, guess what? I'm gonna believe that you're slow.
I didn't want to believe that at first because I feel like there was something he wasn't telling me. Like there's like. I feel like men, and I don't want to really throw it out there because I don't feel like ladies look for it enough, but y'all should. I feel like men constantly bash women. If I find that you're constantly bashing your ex, I'm going to think you're still in love with her. See, he didn't bash his ex. His ex would call and call and call.
They were still fucking.
Yeah, exactly. See how you pick that up like that? That's how I pick up things. So I'm like, oh, y'all are still sleeping together. But him... Oh, I wouldn't touch her with a 12-foot pole.
Touching her with a pole. Right.
Exactly. But she wouldn't sit there and admit it because obviously she wants to keep messing with him.
Yeah, she wants to keep fucking him. So
exactly.
We're not doing anything.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So y'all, these men be having y'all like lap dogs, literal mutts. And it'd be so embarrassing. And then I'd just be like, oh, well, I'm not going to be here for a long time. I'm just going to see how much I get out of this situation. So now I got to start mirroring and using you and playing to be the woman that you're thought you had or we're gonna find.
Yeah, with me.
So that's why I say,
Let's see.
Yeah.
Do I have one example?
And then the second one, that whole thing was.
That was insane.
Yeah, that second one was insane, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the same situation for both people, and it happened back to back. So I was like, why didn't I run again? I should have ran like I ran from the first one. I just thought, I wanted to put my Superman cape on and thought I could save him.
She put the S on the chest. Captain, save a nigga.
I did. I tried. I was super stepmommy, bro.
Captain, save a nigga.
Super stepmommy. I mean, super stepmommy.
Nah, let me see. Everybody came with their own problems with people I was messing with.
They came with their own problems?
I swear.
Like, I felt like
they came with unique issues. Like, it was never really the same thing. The only thing that I can say that I experienced that was the same. When it came to getting cheated on, was the secrecy of the cell phone. More of...
Wait, so they would, like, hide their phones and stuff like that?
You go to sleep. Where do you put your phone at? You put it on the charger and it's on what?
Yeah.
Like where do you leave it at? When it's on the charger when you go to sleep?
Like the nightstand. I have a nightstand, or if I sleep
in the
alone,
bed. You leave it in the bed sometimes.
Yeah, if I was alone, I would leave it in the bed, yeah.
You fall asleep with the phone either underneath your pillow or inside the pillow.
Wait a minute.
Or you fall asleep with it in your pocket, in your pajama pocket, which, what the fuck?
That's insane.
That's one thing that I just was like,
yeah,
but then cheaters. I kept making excuses for it because I was like, you know what? Maybe she just wants to keep her phone by her in case anything happens. Me being a dumbass.
That's crazy.
Right. Then you got the privacy screen. Nothing wrong with that. It's a privacy screen. And then that one reel I sent you where, you'll be sitting there and then people had like their phone turned to like a certain angle. Like say you're sitting right there and you wanted to type, you would type regular. You'd just be like,
yeah, just be like this.
But then if you were like doing something, you just like turn your body like this, right?
Oh, like the obvious turn.
Yeah. And I was like, maybe it's just comfortable for her.
See, I just feel like none of that means anything to me because if you're a good cheater, and there's no good cheating, but if you're a good cheater...
You're saying if you're good at doing your job?
Yeah, you can leave your phone open.
Expose yourself.
I'm not exposing myself. I'm just putting out there that sometimes people don't do those things to give you the impression of, oh, she doesn't hide her phone in her pocket and go to sleep with it in a pillow. That's insane. I don't know any woman that's doing that unless she's cheating. But, You know what? Never mind. We're just gonna skip past that part.
We ain't skipping past
yeah,
shit. We here now. Part. What's the vibes? What's the moves?
No. But, oh, yeah, that's the other way I justified it. I felt like because the first guy did the same thing about lying about having a kid, I thought that this was like the second time, like, oh, this is the second time this is happening. Maybe this time I should have gave it a chance. So I kind of tried to convince myself like this is like a second do-over. Like, because I really did like the guy and we got along phenomenal, except he lied about that and I left. So I tried to justify, like, maybe I should have gave him a chance. So I'm going to give this guy a chance and see if he's a good guy. I should have ran for the hills and skedaddled through the valleys. Like, there's no... Mm-mm.
Before we move on to this next segment, shout out to our sponsor, Deja Vu Dating. Make sure y'all go ahead and use that promo code.
Don't listen to that.
Broken again, 10% off your failed talking stage. Go get it now. The next and pretty much the last segment that we got today is basically where people say that chaos feels like chemistry and how they confuse different things for different things. So in some cases, female and males, because they both get the game confused, they'll confuse adrenaline for bond and connection. So when you say that, you think about girls that go after bad boys, basically. And they just, drug dealer scammers. There's really only bad people in the world that they'll just like go for because them niggas are treating them like shit and they get moist. What's wrong with you? Why are you getting wet over this nigga suplexing you?
Yeah, I'm not attracted to dysfunction.
Deja vu dating.
I'm not attracted to dysfunction, so that's not really an area that I can 100%.
I don't do dysfunction. I can't.
Yeah, the moment that I see a red flag or dysfunction now, I just cut it off.
Yeah, I can't. that adrenaline shit for using that as a bond and confusing that for connection.
Oh,
no.
Or like when people tell people hateful things. Why do y'all think that is a sign of love? Like if somebody were to tell me I was slow or dumb or say they hated me, I would believe them and leave them alone. Why do people confuse that for, oh, they really love me? No. No. Something's wrong with you if somebody's telling you you're ugly and then you
slow bitch. I love you too, babe. No.
Yeah, it's like some man, like, men really be like, and I know Stockholm Syndrome and stuff is real, but like, I just be sitting there like, I could never let somebody disrespect me like that and stay around. I can't do it. So I feel like those type of things, when I see stuff like that, I don't think it's love. Or one of my homegirls, she has a guy, and he tells her like all these things that he's gonna.
You talking about pack it up? That's what I call her. I didn't say her name. I just said pack
You're
it up.
wrong, but no. So one of my homegirls, she has this guy, and he's not a good guy. And he sells her all these dreams about like, oh, I would have and could have and did and da 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 da. And I'm like,
coulda, shoulda,
yeah,
individual.
I was. It's always like an excuse. And she's like, oh, I know he loves me because if he tried. And I'm like, no, dude wouldn't even get himself together. Why are you still talking to him? If a man came up to me and said, I would have took you out on a date, for one, I would have ghosted him immediately because what? How you like? I don't. Never ghosted you.
How you would have took somebody on a date?
Exactly. How do you justify that? Like I find
Did
people.
You think I was making that face at you?
Yeah, I was about to say I didn't do that to you, but I don't think people realize that. Like people make excuses, and then y'all are like, "Oh, well, you know what? That's a whole nother segment for another time. We should do one where people should look out, like the things to look out for." Like, I don't know how y'all be letting men lie to y'all. Ain't no man finna come up to me and say, I would have got you some flowers.
But.
Boy,
it's always a fucking but.
Yeah,
Weirdo.
That's crazy. I don't like that.
Another one that people confuse, emotional instability for passion. So niggas that are bipolar, that act crazy 1 minute and are calm. Females or dudes like to be like, he's just passionate about the relationship and he loves me. No, the nigga would. I'm sorry, that individual will get you off the earth if you keep playing with him. He's going back and forth from personalities. He has 12 people in his head, and he just switched from 3 in a matter of 5 minutes. And you're sitting there and you're cool with it. What is wrong with you? Once again, I say.
Apparently, he loves them.
We have to.
Apparently, her whooping your tail and breaking your game is a show of love.
Niggas get erect off of that. I
could never.
She broke my PS5. I should probably fuck the shit out of her. Like, what is wrong with you?
Imagine coming home and then like she done ruined everything, and you just like, oh yeah, that's the one. She cared.
That was so hot.
Yeah.
Like,
what's wrong with people?
yeah, she really cares.
I can't do that. I guess I don't care enough. Like, I got told that I didn't care enough because I refused to like do anything. Like I'm one of those silent anger people. So I'm like, you need to get from around me, and I'm gonna move away. I don't like to do all the back and forth chasing and stuff like that. That person told me I did not care enough, and I didn't love them as much as they loved me because I wasn't a crazy individual over them.
I don't partake in crazy activities either.
Yeah, that's insane.
I can't do
like
anything. I'm 6'4" too something.
Do y'all think that? Can y'all answer that in like a comment section? Do y'all really think that people, if they don't have any type of, I say crime of passion at this point, because people getting unalived and stuff for stuff like that. But if a person, you do something to make people mad and then they don't give you a angered reaction or a hurtful reaction or do something crazy, they don't love you.
I think I'd.
Why do people do that?
I think I'd low key be more terrified. I think being a dude, I would prefer to see you lash out because I know that you're angry as opposed to you being silently angry. Because silently angry is very, very dangerous. Not saying I get off to you going off and doing stuff. It just it shows that you're actually upset.
It's men.
But
men, y'all are the problem.
Relax.
No,
relax.
You just agree.
No,
so
that's not what I was agreeing to. That's not what I was agreeing to. That's not what I was agreeing to at all.
Okay, well, you're gonna have to go back.
Okay, what I was just saying
is,
I can understand why he would say that because usually, not saying people overreact, but when you don't say anything and you don't like express that you're upset and you're just sitting there, then it kind of looks crazy. Because imagine we get into an argument, right? It's a bad argument. I don't tell you I'm upset. I literally just do what you say you do. You just move around, don't say anything at all. Mm-hmm. How would you feel? Would you just be like, damn, I wonder if he's upset? You would.
I mean, I know you're upset. If I did something that you're clearly either told me not to do or upset you, why would I not think you're upset?
And silence wouldn't scare you more than just like...
No, because I would think you're upset. And you will come back and talk to me if you want to, sort the problem out.
I'm blowing the house up. I'm joking.
Wow, y'all heard it here first.
FBI,
so if something happens...
Ain't nothing finna happen. I'm
side-eyeing you.
I'm a peaceful individual. I don't like moving my hands too much in arguments.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't like putting my hands on people and doing stuff. So apparently... I find men say that if a woman don't do that over them, then she didn't care. And I'm like, dang.
So you gonna sit here and say you don't put your hands on people like you didn't just piece me up yesterday?
I never have put my hands on him.
She two-pieced me yesterday because she made a wrong turn at the red light. Once again, different story for a different day. She got mad. Yeah.
I never did. How am I gonna two-piece you when I'm driving?
You two-pieced me when I got out the car. Okay.
That's not what happened.
And the next
he called his parents on me.
I did. I called my mom. She didn't answer first, and I was so scared. I called my pops.
That's crazy.
I don't talk to my pops like that. I don't talk to my pops like that at all.
You know what? Leave me alone.
My mama didn't answer. I got scared. I called my pops.
I just didn't know that was not a law here.
And then the last one with people that confuse different things. People confuse jealousy for love.
What?
People confuse jealousy for love.
Like give me an example. I'm sorry, because I'm not connecting jealousy.
Say,
like acrimony.
There's two people, right? Say I'm messing with you, and then there's another female on the side. Not even on the side. A friend that I have, right?
Okay.
We're talking. You see me talking to her, and you see. Hey, they're really good together. They're like close, whatever, and you feel some sort of way.
I get what you're saying now.
And then it's more of like if you don't, where people feel like if you don't feel jealous, then it's not love, which is.
But why would I feel jealous over something in the situation you were just explaining? Like it's like a female friend. Why would I be jealous of somebody that was there before me?
You're a different breed of female. So the way
but that doesn't make sense. That's like somebody coming into your house.
The way you think is different than the rest of all the sheep thing. You feel me?
But how? That's like me coming somewhere and getting mad.
You see how it doesn't make sense to you, but it happens because you have different values. You think differently.
Oh, okay. This is like the females that are like men and women can't be friends.
Basically.
Okay.
They try to get the female friend or the dudes try to get the guy friends. I don't give a damn. Your male friends can't whoop me. I said it to all your male friends too. Can't none of you niggas whoop me. Pull up.
I'm weak.
You want the Addy? She got my IG. She can give it to you.
Oh my goodness. They could just. I don't even think they would. They are.
I don't use size either. I give you a free like heads up. I'm not grabbing. I'm not slamming. I don't do none of that shit because that's weak.
Yeah, I don't find that. Like, I would never be jealous of somebody. Now, I would definitely, like, if it was the way that, you know, how some female friends do kind of throw in the face, like, oh, I've been here and I do this and I know everything. Yeah, I would definitely look at her sideways, but I would come to you about it and be like, hey, why?
Would you make her make a choice?
Make a choice?
Hey, I don't like
if it was a situation like that and she was being weird,
visibly being
weird,
you'd be
definitely.
like, hey, I don't like the way she was moving. I'm gonna need you to get rid of her.
Yeah, she gonna have to go.
And if you don't, then
I'm gone. If you're hesitant, like you second guess or you give that look of, but why? I'm gone. You don't even have a choice. I made the choice for you.
Yeah.
So
I didn't question it.
Yeah, I don't question things. Like if you were to come to me and you said, hey, he did this, and he's doing this and bringing up something to me, I would definitely just cut it off. I wouldn't give it a, oh, well, let me justify it. And we always touch in a rough house with each other. Like, I'm not justifying none of that. There's no way I would even be doing that with a guy that I'm friends with.
I see that shit. So, both of you niggas getting left. I'm not bringing shit up. Let me see nigga getting tit.
Yeah, like tickle fights. Why are y'all best friends tickling y'all?
That's what I'm saying.
Nasty.
Why are you tickling my girl and I'm right here? Oh,
that's
you couldn't.
Nasty.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna say.
My best friends wouldn't even like. We literally sit apart from each other. Like we be laughing and now I get the like flaming each other. Yeah, you'll catch us doing that.
That's cool.
But physically, you'll never see me.
I see that once again.
I wouldn't even want to touch them because I know them.
Once again,
I know how
I am
they
a
are.
silent leaver. I see that shit. I'm going to get up.
That's what I'm saying. I would just dip.
There's no explanation needed. Why'd you leave? Figure that. If you
Make
don't
sure
know,
y'all folks stay hydrated. It's hot outside.
If you don't know what you did, then I don't either. But I mean, that's really all we got. A couple of closing statements. I wrote this down because I thought it was funny too. If your type keeps breaking you, maybe it's not a type. It's an addiction. And love at this point, you need rehab and therapy. Not another situationship. Deja vu dating.
No, do not. You
don't like the fake sponsor ad?
No.
You don't like deja vu dating?
I'm totally against it. You probably just gave somebody like, oh, I'm going to go do that, and they're going to be a millionaire.
Hey, nigga, I want 50%.
You're not going to get it. They're going to be like, hey, I started this.
I'm copywriting that shit. How do I do that? I'm copywriting the whole episode.
I'm weak, yeah. So watch somebody, you just gave them $1 million idea, and they're going to go do it because people eat toxicity and dysfunction up. So, like, yeah.
But yeah, no, if your type keeps doing this to you, at this point, it's no longer your type. It's you. Well, technically, it is your type because it's your type, but it's still you because you're the problem. Fuck, nigga.
That's why I think people shouldn't have types. They should
I don't
see
either.
what gravitates towards them.
I've figured this out over the years. I don't have a type. Only thing that I won't do, I'm not going to say this. Ooh, I might get canceled.
Yeah, don't say that. We're going to close there. It was wonderful.
It was a good little episode.
This is fun.
Damn, that statement was finna get me up.
Yeah, you're gonna get canceled. All right, we're gonna shut this down.
I'm gonna tell you what I was gonna say off camera because
I know what you were gonna say.
What was I gonna say?
I can't tell you. I'm gonna tell you when the camera goes off.
Okay.
But just know, I literally had the same thought. Like, what? Here, I'm gonna text it to you.
The phone's over there, love.
Oh, dang.
Oh, but you texted, it'll pop up right there.
Oh, it will?
Yeah, it'll pop up right there.
Yeah, because I think this is what you were about to say. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong.
But yeah, no. I've come to see over the years that I don't really have a type. If I find you attractive, I find you attractive. Doesn't really matter what it is. 100% correct.
You see?
100% correct.
It's the chemistry.
Why is the name different on there and on there? That's weird.
Yeah, it doesn't on my iPad too. I had to like change your thing.
That's stupid.
Gotta go update.
But yeah, no, this is a good episode. Thank you for tuning into Diabolical Discussions. I was going to say podcast again. I got to get out of that. We're not a podcast. We're a show.
It's a show.
Because we're a camera. We're camera on. We don't post on Apple Music or anything like that. So
yeah,
we're a show now.
Y'all have a wonderful and lovely.
Y'all do have a wonderful day. I'm your host, Jonathan. Visited by the beautiful dark chocolate, dark Barbie. What you said?
Black Barbie.
My
dark
fault.
Chocolate,
Black Barbie,
Queen,
dark chocolate.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Nation,
DC Atlanta. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all have a wonderful rest of y'all's day.
Yeah, too.
I'm finna go take a shit. I did not. I said that with the
you
camera
said
still
that on
on
there with it still on. You didn't
I
hit
did
the button
intentionally.
Yeah.
Hey, have a good one. Fuck niggas.
That's crazy.